I am glad of welcoming you to the funeral of As Ever, the brand, because it seems that it will not be restocked as never. That meme that's a very good meme. As never, yeah, never. It's never gonna be restocked. We know that the brand is already dead on arrival after that 45-minute uh, all sales out. Everything was sold out, and Fast Company. I think that anybody can just pay a space in this magazines. How Megan built her pioneering partnership with Netflix, because we have rumors that either Harry or Meghan are going to renew the contract, but one of them, my guess, I have to say, I will go with my hunch that it's going to be with Meghan. They still want to double down on the actual trailblazing here, because Meghan is the trailblazer, Harry is just the ex-royal attaché. But look at this. I mean, yeah, this is a puff piece. You're going to want to vomit through many times through this, but this is important to understand what kind of narrative Meghan is trying to push about why was the brand so successful that they have not restocked yet more products if everybody wants As Ever dead flowers? Meghan carries many titles these days besides being the Duchess of Sausages. She is a podcaster, a philanthropist, a children's book author, the star of a Netflix show, blah blah blah. And then they talk about Archie, and they talk about Confessions of a Female Flounder, a podcast has more than 800,000 downloads since April. All right, is that awesome? I don't know. That sounds rather underwhelming. I don't know. It sounds rather underwhelming for me. And I'm just a random YouTuber. A pioneering Netflix deal. This becomes really good. In her conversation with Blakely, Meghan talks about how she partnered with Netflix to create As Ever, because Netflix wants to, for some reason, Netflix, okay, it's great. They has been growing with subscribers, added 18.91 million subscribers. So they want to diversify their business, and they have sold merch of their favorite shows. It makes sense, right? If Netflix owns the IP or owns the rights to those shows, then they will be the only ones to be able to legally sell merch to those shows. And well, they are doing exactly that. But for some reason, in those stores and in Netflix online store, Meghan's brand is not listed. Meghan, you know that she opted to list her brand independently. So I don't understand how this partnership works. If Netflix is helping her with everything, why wasn't Meghan, using Netflix site to sell her stuff? Netflix has a dedicated site for merch. But no. Meghan says that she had been exploring various ways of launching a business when Bella Bajaria, Netflix chief content officer, approached her. At the time, I had been working towards building out my own in-house team for the upteenth time, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But I had a complete U-turn because I completely bought into the vision she was sharing, which is where content and commerce meet, not in a product placement way, but rather in an ideological way. And you know that Meghan is fond of ideologies. She wants to create her own. Well, she already has her own cult with the Sausage Squad, which they are crazy as F. Well, in many ways, this is a pioneering partnership for Netflix. Along with Meghan, the Netflix team decided that it made sense for As Ever to exist on its own without any Netflix branding. I don't know. Something smells fishy here. This is why the line is not called With Love Meghan like the show. The brand is in the same universe as the show, but they are not the same, Meghan says. Oh, that makes absolute sense, of course. Yeah. And this is Meghan also points out we have not reached the crazy part yet. We will be there soon. Megan also points out that Netflix is not just a financial backer. The company's consumer packaged goods team works closely with Megan's team to manufacture the products. We are on calls daily working through product development, SKUs, and inventory, she says. We have a field trip tomorrow to look at different manufacturers and suppliers as we expand the brand. Megan, I don't know how to tell this in a way that is not hurtful, but how the heck do you plan on expanding a brand when you haven't been able to restock after months of that first 45-minute launch? How does that work? Nobody will fall for that. You have to be brain dead. You gotta have room temperature IQ to believe that. As ever, first collection was a runaway success. Megan says that even though the team spent a year preparing the line and forecasting demand, all the products on the site sold out in 45 minutes. So your team sucks because they couldn't foresee that the inventory was going to just be wiped out. And so many people, I'm pretty sure, so many people are actual fans of Megan, well, were disappointed of not being able to get their hands on their dead flowers. Now they're trying to plan as ever next phase. And this is the crazy part. This is the craziest part. The easiest thing to do, again, trigger warning, I don't want to hurt your ego or your intelligence. I am reading this because this is what this Fast Company article says about Megan, and they claim that this is what actually happened. This is what Megan says it actually happened. The easiest thing to do would have been to simply restock the products. Yeah, restock the products. Well, simple, maybe not that simple, but you don't take months to restock some products, which would likely sell out very quickly again. Granted, yeah. But instead, Megan wants to take a step back, gather data from the launch, and figure out exactly what as ever could be. I mean, I understand that Megan is aware that her fans are, most of them are either brain dead or are plain imbeciles, and they will do it. Well, they are Megan's fans, after all. You already know. No offense, because I always said this, if Amber Heard has fans, if Chrissy Teigen has fans, Megan deserves to have fans. But you know what kind of fans these women are going to have. So Megan, the kind of fans that she has, they're going to believe this. Oh, she wants to take a step back. I want to ask, in which business universe, from which business perspective, you have a successful launch, you ran out of stock in 45 minutes, and you take a step back? Who you think you are? You think you are Nintendo? Something like that? You can spend months? And no, it's pretty much because Nintendo doesn't sell dead flowers. It's not the same. You're not Rolex. You're not Nintendo. You sell dead flowers and spread, which is quite. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna say because I will never get into a business like that, so I'm not going to criticize the kind of business as is. But the way Megan is approaching her fans and the intelligence of her fans says a lot about her fans. This doesn't make sense. And if anybody believes this, they're brain dead. Literally brain dead. She says she's planning to announce new products in the first quarter of 2026. How many products did you sell in those 45 minutes? How do you know what worked and what did not work with such a limited amount of products in the market, with such a limited feedback from your customers? Because you need to, iterations. Something did not work, we do it better next time. Something doesn't work, we do it better next time. Something doesn't work, we do it better next time. But you want to take a step back. And after that first batch, there's so many people that did not receive their, not only the products, but are still waiting for their refunds. You want to announce the new products for the first quarter of 2026? Like that is like 1 year from now. It's people insane. People believe that. People really believe this. There's some clues about what new items might be in the pipeline. Megan's trademark application for her brand includes things like cookbooks, tableware, cutlery, and servingware. Oh, this is the most boring thing that I don't know, read in my life. I want to really focus on the hospitality angle of As Ever. But as we take the learnings, we can understand what the customer's needs are seasonally. She says, I didn't know that there was a season for cookbooks, or for tableware, or for cutlery, or servingware. You mean that people use tableware on the fall, but they don't use that on spring? I don't know. Season. No. This is way too much. I agree with Christiane Steak. Megan only cares about the launch because that's when she gets the most attention and publicity. After that, it's about work and customer service, two things she is not interested in. Bet her products didn't sell, so doing an As Ever rebrand launch is perfect for her. But where is she going to rebrand? She already rebranded from American Riviera Orchard to As Ever. Then what is she going to do now? She's going to keep rebranding? It's like the podcast. Oh, she already finished her first season of her podcast. No, it is technically the second season, right? Oh, because it's not the same podcast, right? The first podcast was Arsewipes, and now there was Female Flounders. So there are two different podcasts. Maybe we will have a third podcast down the line. Maybe we'll have a video podcast at some point so I can analyze more body language. If that's the case, there are theories about this. J.E. May, here's one very viable theory. Megan's products may have originated from China and they were hit by the tariff war. She's not able to offer those products at the same price and the market won't pay twice more. Yeah, it's again, but how? My question is, how do you outsource a spread? It is something that you can do. You can outsource a spread to China. I can get the dead flowers. It shouldn't be hard to outsource dead flowers to China. But if it's so easy to do that, well, the double price will be a hit in these nuts. But well, one thing is for sure. Megan is, trying to do with this new team, which is absolutely not diverse. To be fair, this is a graph that DEI job posting have collapsed. So nobody is hiring for DEI anymore. So that's, I guess that's the reason we see that lack of diversity. Why are no Black people here? Why are no Asians here? Why are not? I could say that there are no Latinos in here. Why so racist, Megan? Why are you more inclusive? If you have always advocated for inclusivity and all that stuff, I don't know if Megan has advocated for that. To be fair, to be realistic, but again, people are already calling her out on this. And, some Californians are so triggered by the Princess of Wales slain as future queen and Prince William, Prince of Wales, Grand Master of the Order of Bath, and Daily Mail, like People Magazine, gets first dibs from Rachel at Hotmail. So cringe. Yeah, these people are desperate. These people are desperate and they don't know what else to do because this is the end of the line. But no, this is never the end of the line for Harry and Meghan, right? It's never the end of the line, but I would like to know what do you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. Much love and bliss.